E is equal to mc square. This is the most famous formula, and that is discovered by the Albert Einstein. And how this formula can be derived, let's do that. Okay, this formula can be derived as, suppose this is any body and having the rest mass m naught, because which is initially at rest condition. When we apply the force F on this body and it displaced through the distance dx, and initially it was the velocity of that body is v, and finally it gains the velocity v. Okay, so from the Newton's second law we know that the force is the rate of change of linear momentum. Okay, the force is the rate of change of linear momentum, and this can be, but linear momentum is the product of mass and velocity. So m into v by this is dt. But from the theory of relativity, both mass and the velocity are the variable quantity. Mass and velocity varies as the velocity increases, mass also increases. As the mass decreases, as the velocity decreases, mass also decreases. So mass and the velocity, these two quantities are the two quantity are the dependent to each other, and they are two quantities are the variable. So we have to apply the product rule of the derivative. So m dv by dt plus v dm by dt. We did nothing but we applied the product rule of derivative. Okay, so let's suppose this is the equation 1. When this body is displaced by the force of through the small distance dx, then there is increase in kinetic energy, because initially at rest condition the body has the velocity 0, so the kinetic energy initially the kinetic energy is 0, but after after certain time it gains the velocity v and the kinetic energy becomes ek. Let ek, so let del ek be the change in kinetic energy, which is equal to the work done from the kinetic from the kinetic work done. This formula can be written as change in kinetic work energy. From the work energy theorem, this formula can be written as the del E k is into F into dx. Okay, so from the equation 1 we can apply the value of F d m dv by dt plus v dm by dt. We did just we applied the we put the value of the F into the this there, and dx as it is. Okay, so m and dv dx by dt plus v dm dx by dt. But this is the this is the rate of change of displacement. This is the rate of change of displacement. The rate of change of displacement is the velocity. So we can write as the mv dv plus v in this v into v square into dm. This is the equation number 2. We know that mass varies with the velocity according as m naught 1 minus v square by c square. So we know that this formula is squaring on the both side. We can get here the m 1 m square 1 minus v square by c square is equal to m naught square. So m square c square minus m square v square is equal to m naught square c square. So this is let's differentiate this equation. We get 2m dm c square, because there is m is only variable quantity, c is constant. So but this m and mass and velocity, these two quantity are the variable, so we have to apply the product rule here. So 2m dm v square, here we do derivative of mass and velocity remains constant here, and second step mass remains constant m square, and do the derivative of velocity 2v dv and is equal to m naught. This is the derivative of this constant quantity, because rest mass m naught is constant, c is also constant, so derivative of this constant quantity is 0. Now 2m dm c square minus 2m dm v square minus max plus minus m square 2m m square v dv is equal to 0. So m mass cancel out and 2 also cancel out here. So we got c square dm minus v square dm minus m v dv. So which c square dm is equal to v square dm plus m v dv. So this is equation number 3. Let's say the equation the right hand side of the equation 2 and the equation 3 are equal. So we can equate these two quantities as del Ek is equal to c square dm. We can write, yes, we can write the del Ek is equal to c square dm. So del Ek is equal to change in kinetic energy is equal to c square dm. Here now we are going to the next step is we have to determine the total energy. The total energy can be determined by the total energy by the integrating integrating the del Ek and the del m. So for the integration we have to look at the two limit, lower limit and upper limit. The lower limit of the del Ek can be determined by the initially the body is at rest condition. Initially the body is at rest condition, so the energy of the body is 0, and after the certain when it gets the velocity v, then its kinetic energy becomes Ek. And when it initially body has the rest mass m0, and after the certain time when it gains the velocity v, it has the velocity m, as it has the mass m. Okay, so and integrating this quantity we can get Ek is equal to m minus m0 into c square. So this Ek means kinetic energy, so m c square minus m0 c square. Okay, so this is the kinetic energy. This is the equation number 4. But we know that the total energy is what? The total energy is the sum of the total energy that is denoted by the E, and sum of the kinetic energy plus potential energy. Okay, so kinetic energy, but potential energy, the energy of the body which is at the rest condition. So this is also called the rest mass energy. So and in the place of kinetic energy we can write this, and m c square minus m0 c square plus potential energy is equal to rest mass energy. So these two are the cancelled. Finally we got E is equal to m c square. So okay, so finally we got the E is equal to m c square. Now what is the importance of this formula? Before knowing this formula, we don't know the energy and the mass are these two quantities are the related or not, but these two quantities are the exactly related. After knowing this formula, the energy, we can get conclusion that energy can be converted into the mass and mass can be converted into energy. That means energy and the mass, two quantities are the interconverted to each other, and this formula is used for the production of the hydrogen bomb. So it is very useful formula, and thank you for watching.